tuning in to Motivational Talk. I hope this show was very inspirational as well as motivating. I'm your host, Royce, the voice of the good news people. Welcome and thank you for joining us again with Motivational Talk with Jerry and Mike. This is a Superstar Broadcasting Group Network. And the reason why I'm talking about our Superstar Broadcasting Group Net today, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, if you've been out to our website, the Rock News Magazine, which has been floating around about 2.5 years now, the Rock has went to another level. We're now offering audio and video production. We now feel that our audience is very mature now, and with the technology the way it is with broadband, that we felt that we were able to bring you quality programming. And with that quality program, we talk about audio shows and business talk, motivational shows and visual and video. Mike and I has been sitting out here on this couch for several shows now, which we'll be bringing to you weekly. And we want you to enjoy it. But we want you to email us and let us know what other topic you'd like to see us hit on doing our motivational talk with Jerry and Mike, even our audio show. So I want to welcome Mike back again. We haven't left this couch, we're still broadcasting. Mike, how you doing today?
Always a pleasure.
All right. Today, Mike, we're talking about where we are right now with the Rock News Magazine. Are we in the future now, Mike?
I believe we're in the present and we're headed to the future. I believe we are situated where we're supposed to be.
Yes, yes. But right now, Mike, from our research, there's a lot of companies out there that's marketing hard to the consumers. And they went past HTML pages now. That's just holding their programming now. These guys are going full-blown visual programming now. Sometimes you even enter pages and the audio start up. What's happening, Mike? Are these companies that we used to see on TV, are they going after the internet consumers?
Yes, welcome to multimedia publishing. Everyone realizes that, especially the next generation coming, this is what going to drive them. This is where they're going to get their information.
Yep. Mike, you know they said the average person spends 4 hours at home on the internet. That doesn't count the work that they do on their job. What's happening now with people? Are they getting away from television?
I believe that television has gotten away from the people. I believe that television is no more giving the people what they need. Television is becoming more of a, I would say, a journalistic point of view, and really not telling the people what the news is or program what the news should be. It's more like you get a few people in a smoke-filled room who not really up to time dictating what should be fed, and it's not going to last.
Well, it's about ratings.
Straightforward.
Yeah, I mean, but it's about ratings right now. I mean, you got these guys, they just want to know how we're going to beat out our competitors. I mean, how are we going to get these million viewers over to our program? And that's why reality TV is the way it is today. I mean, who would have known that the Flavor of Love and I Love New York were been so big, and the Bobby Brown show?
But I'm glad, though, a lot of the programming and a lot of times in our communities, they are now getting so many complaints about a lot of the degenerative behavior and culture, and everybody wants to see something different and better. So a lot of that won't last anyway.
Yeah, people want to see real stuff, and that's probably why.
Because that's not the full. It's almost like it's a promoting of the subculture.
Yeah.
You know, so
I mean,
I'm glad that's coming to a close.
And who's tuning in most of the time these days? You know, you got your. I mean, most of your household moms are tuning in early during the day. I mean, after dinner, they're about to pack up and send the kids to bed.
Actually, it's almost like it's force feeding the same food.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's almost like you turn the TV on, it's almost like you're getting, no matter what channel, the same type of programming. So everyone's looking for alternative programming and education.
And that's why, and that's why I feel that the cable channels and the satellite companies are trying to expand the channels. They give you more variety, but it still comes down to the executive guys are deciding what they want us to look at. But turning around to the internet, you have all these cats out there now that's producing their own programming, If you got a high broadband and you can find them, you can let him entertain you now.
And also, one thing with the internet, you still have to be careful because it won't be beneficial if those who have creative ideas, who want to uplift the community, the country, and the world, don't put those images into the internet. Right. We all have an opportunity now. So we have to take it upon ourselves and accept the responsibility, and also we can be held accountable.
Right.
We should be held accountable for what's being projected. So
right.
I feel good about that.
And that's one of the reasons why we formed our media group, because we feel that, I mean, it's a lot of shows being broadcast out there on YouTube, and you have a few other ones out there that's coming on board. I mean, it's too many names to remember. And a lot of these cats are putting it together because they're trying to bring a million viewers in so they can get the blue chip advertising. The blue chips want to advertise on their site because they say, hey, you're bringing the people we want to see our products, right? So then when you come back to our publication, we're in the same boat, but we're saying we want to have more empowering, more positive viewing. Because a lot of times I do go out there to YouTube. If I see something that I feel that can help a young film student or a journalist, someone out there looking for information, I'm going to bring it to Superstar Broadcasting where you can get some idea. And it can be entertaining. Like I found some information out there or some showings of some of our favorite superheroes, our basketball players, some of our musicians. And if I find it and YouTube is going to allow it to play, I'll put it on our site, for entertainment purpose. But at the same time, we want to put some positive information.
It's all about balance.
And that's what our show is about. There's a lot of motivators out there. If you go out there and you put in motivational talk as a search, not a whole lot come out. Maybe about 5 or 6. I think I saw Les Brown out there, and I'm looking forward to checking his show out. But I think that's going to be important because you got a lot of people that's in our shoes. They're looking to be motivated what they're trying to do because there's not a support system in place. Tell us more, Mike, what you see The Rock is for an entrepreneur. I mean, what is the purpose of The Rock? I mean, what is the purpose of The Rock News Magazine?
I believe the purpose of The Rock News Magazine is to give good news and positive information for the uplift of our culture.
That's right.
I believe that's sorely needed. And I believe that I don't expect people to go on there and everything is for them. But if they can find something for them to make them better and make them want to reach higher, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, and then one of the things that we're hoping is that as long as we bring in, that good news and good writing, good journalism, that eventually we can start employing our own writers. Start bringing some writers on, start directing them to stories that we want published on the site that we think that's going to be empowering. But it's hard to do those kind of things without the advertisers.
Well, you must have advertisers. But I believe that even advertisers, they want to back things that are positive too. Yeah. Not all advertisers is into backing stuff that's junk. There are some who want to do acts of goodwill. But you have to stand up for what you believe in. You can't bend for the dollar.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it's a catch-22.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're going to try our best to continue to bring the programming that we think is going to work, and but at the same time, we want to start offering jobs for our people too, right? Is that the bottom line, Mike? Jobs,
Actually, to me, jobs is a part of the equation, no doubt. Economic empowerment and development, but that's not the bottom line. It's just a part of it. I believe the bottom line is not one thing. I believe the bottom line it should be spiritual upliftment and reaching for higher learning, to become cultured and know different things and reach for different avenues and bring out gifts and talent in other people.
Yeah, but
especially the next generation, which I feel I have so many gifts.
Yeah, but for a brother to be spiritual, don't he gotta have a couple of dollars in his pocket so he can go someplace to be spiritual?
I believe that, really, I believe that money has to be there.
Right.
It has to eventually come, but I believe that you have to know yourself first. I believe your spiritual foundation has to be there, and this is coming from a person who loves business. has to be there before the money, or you'll just be misguided.
Yeah.
That's what we see that from a lot of our entertainers and our sports athletes, and that's why a lot of times in the communities, when we see an athlete or entertainer fall from grace, we get so messed up. It's only because they didn't have the spiritual or the cultural foundation.
Yeah.
And the money only brings up what's already in you.
Yeah, that's true. But one thing I like to put a spin on that, remember Brandon and I was at an event over at the Reginald Lewis Museum. It was a book event, and a young lady walked up to us and told us she was from, I believe it was the Afro, and she wanted to ask our opinion about the event. But then at the same time, I told her where I was from. Well, she heard me mention it in the presentation when I was responding back during that forum, and she said, you know, she was excited to hear there was a news magazine out there that she could get a possible job with, or do some freelance work with. And I always say that would be a great feeling that we got to that level where we can start contacting some of our HBC schools and start saying, hey, we got an opening for a reporter to do on sports. You know, we want to start doing collegiate sports at these various colleges in our Delmarva area, and then we can offer a stipend, you know. But like I said, we won't be able to get to that point till we know that we're getting the number of viewers we need for the blue chip company. I mean, of course, the main thing is too, we want to be able to keep our rates where small businesses have a place to advertise, because they can't afford to advertise in the places bringing in millions of hits per day or whatever, per week. But we can keep ourselves in a position where we say, hey, we can make money off of these guys, but at the same time, we want to have our mom and pop rates too. So these guys can make some money off of hits. You know, because the bottom line, when you got a website, you can't do nothing with it unless people come to it.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's almost like it's like when you have hard copy or a newspaper. If you don't have readership, you can't get ads. It's the same thing with when you're online. You don't have readership, you can't get ads.
Yeah, right. And that's the thing. I mean, we start getting the readership, we get the hits. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you feel that we could bring something else different to the publication that's positive and empowering, let us know in the email. You know, we will reply back, right, Mike?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. We definitely want to make sure that The Rock is a good news source, good entertainment source, and at the same time, it's going to be driving our audio and our video programming to you. But we want to know what you guys want to hear, you know, so we can design our programming to cater to, you know, customize it what the consumers want or what they need too. And we definitely going to be checking that out, right?
Yes. Right? We want to know what you would like, and we will try to balance that with what you would need.
That's right. Because iRock TV is basically was designed for the small businessman and woman in mind.
Yes, definitely.
You know, I mean, I guess we're moving away from the word mom and pop because you're thinking more like grandma and grandpa running that business. Now it's more like, I guess, the Generation X now are in place now to run the businesses and using all the technology that's out there to generate the businesses that our community is going to need in order for the next man behind us to be able to get a job.
Yes, definitely. We have to create businesses. We won't be able to survive if we don't.
That's right. And that's the main point of The Rock, right?
It's the main.
To promote and market business.
You have to.
Yeah, we got a shopping area over there called the bookstore. The bookstore was designed to be a complete marketplace. And you haven't heard a lot about it lately, but we will be talking a lot about it on our audio show about developing a marketplace. It's going to be more like, I know we've been used to the word e-commerce, but this is going to be more like electronic marketplace. Like, I wouldn't say flea market, because flea market means cheap. I mean, it's going to be some people out there offering you some great deals and some great services for market prices, but at the same time, we want this to be a place where our small businesses can come to it, and they can market their products and services, and their websites are already online set up to accept whatever you're trying to do. All right, Mike, closing on this conversation?
Yes, I was saying closing, support The Rock, email us, become a part of it. The Rock is for you as well as for us and everyone. We would like to be innovative, continue to strive, to be strong, to be positive, and present good news. We want to be the alternative multimedia publishing venue.
That's right, because for a long time, a lot of people been complaining about some of the cable companies out there that have been purchased by other companies, and now they changed the programming over to 24/7. You see a bunch of junk all day long. The only reason why they probably did that was because they weren't getting the support. But let's prove to the other media groups that they were wrong, and let's support this publication. We're going to be out there. We're going to be
and also let's prove to ourselves.
That's right.
That we really want to get better and be positive.
That's right.
Let's get back to what our foundation is as a people.
That's right. This is Jerry Royce, part of the Good News People, Superstar Broadcasting Group Net. iRockTalkRadio.com will be bringing you audio continuously 24/7 on Motivational Talk in 60 Seconds. I'm Jerry Royce, and it's Mike.
Peace and blessings.
Take care, and thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to tell somebody.
Stay strong.